Dividing assets and liabilities in a divorce isn't as simple as splitting everything 50-50. Imagine this. You've worked hard for your savings, your home, and your retirement your entire life to date, only to find out that your spouse might walk away with more than you expected. Sounds unfair, right? But that's exactly why understanding how Pennsylvania divides assets and liabilities in divorce is so important. I'm David Stearman, a Pennsylvania family law attorney. Today, we're tackling one of the most stressful parts of any divorce: how your assets and liabilities will be divided by a court if you and your spouse cannot agree. Many people assume everything gets divided equally, but that's not necessarily how it works. Pennsylvania courts are governed by the equitable distribution statute, which requires courts to divide things fairly or equitably, but not necessarily equally. So what does that mean for you? Let's break this down into three main points to better understand the process. Point 1. Identifying marital property versus non-marital property. First, we need to distinguish between marital and non-marital property. Marital property includes assets acquired and debts incurred during the marriage, regardless of whose name they're titled under. The Pennsylvania Divorce Code is title blind with a few exceptions. This encompasses items like real estate, bank accounts, vehicles, and credit card debt. On the other hand, non-marital property refers to assets acquired before marriage or inherited or gifted before, after, or during the marriage, as long as they are kept in the name of the recipient spouse only. Some examples of non-marital property are inheritances, trusts, or gifts received by one spouse and maintained in that spouse's name alone. Point 2. Factors influencing equitable distribution. When dividing marital property, courts consider 11 different factors to ensure fairness. Some of these 11 factors include the length of the marriage, each spouse's age and health, their respective incomes or earning capacities, contributions to the acquisition, preservation, or dissipation of the marital property, the standard of living established during the marriage, and whether the party has a separate estate of their own. Importantly, marital misconduct or infidelity is specifically not considered in the equitable distribution process. Point 3. Division of marital debts. Just like assets, debts incurred during the marriage are subject to equitable distribution, regardless of title, with limited exception. One exception affecting the distribution of debt is where one spouse incurs debt to maintain a paramour outside of the marriage, or in connection with maintaining a double life, gambling, or drug addiction, where there's no benefit to the other spouse or family. Marital debt includes mortgages, credit card and other consumer debt, and loans. The court will assess who is better positioned to handle specific debts, aiming for a fair allocation. The same factors for equitable distribution of assets apply to distribution of debts. Sometimes courts will divide debts differently than assets. Navigating the division of assets and liabilities in a Pennsylvania divorce can be complex. Each situation is unique, and consulting with a knowledgeable attorney can help ensure your interests are properly protected. If you found this information helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more insights on family law matters. This is David Stearman, Pennsylvania family law attorney at Clare Harrison Harvey Brandsburg LLP. Thank you for watching.